Hi yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to my yoga time. Today's yin practice is focusing on the lower body. So we're targeting the lower back, we're targeting the piriformis muscles, the quads, the hip flexors, and also the IT band down the outside of the leg. So I will have 2 blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, you can always improvise with a rolled up towel or even a really thick book. When you're ready, we'll come down onto your back. And we'll begin with a side bend. So start with your knees bent, lift your hips and move them over to the right side of the mat. Then straighten the legs and take them over to the left side of the mat. If you want to go stronger here, cross the right ankle over the left. Arms can come above the head and also over to the left side of the mat. Feel free to let the hands fall wherever they land, or take a hold of opposite elbows with the hands. And if there is any discomfort in a shoulder here, just keep that arm down next to the body. So a very restorative side bend, but also one that's going to start to wake up the IT band down the outside of the leg. As you settle into the pose, make sure that the hips and the buttocks are level, that you haven't lifted the right buttock, that it's on the floor. Also be careful not to go to your edge. Don't overstrain. Don't look for your maximum stretch. We want the breath to create space in the body, and that won't happen if we're overstretching. There's no room for the breath, the prana. And as you bring your awareness to your breath, you might feel as though you're just breathing out of the right side of the body. And begin to pause at the top of the inhalations, holding the breath for 1 or 2 counts before you exhale very slowly. When you're ready, lower those arms down, uncrossing the ankles if they're crossed. Let's bend the knees and change sides. Hips move over to the left side of the mat. Taking the feet over to the right side. Option to cross left ankle over the right. And taking the arms above the head. So the body is coming into a banana shape or a C shape. And begin to create space down the left side of the body with your in-breath. And when the mind wanders, guiding it back to the ebb and flow of your breath. Let's return to the center of the mat. Bending the knees. And coming into butterfly pose now, allow the knees to fall out to the side. And if you've got your blocks close by, place them underneath the knees and thighs for support. Or you could use your towels or your books. Arms can be by the side with the shoulders tucking under, palms to face the ceiling. Or if there's no discomfort in your shoulders, you can take the arms above the head once again. As you inhale, breathing down into the hips and thighs. A moment to pause. And as you exhale, relaxing the low back. Gently lower those arms down. If they're above the head, you can use the hands to guide those knees together. Feel free to take the knees in the hands and just rock from side to side. When you're ready, lower the feet down to the floor, coming into our supported bridge pose. So lifting the hips and either placing your block or your towel underneath your low back. Option to have the block on the flat side, or if you'd like to go a little higher, you can take it to the second height. When you're ready, take a hold of the right leg. And if it feels okay for your back, you can straighten and relax the left leg. And as you tune into your breath, observing the navel rising towards the thigh as you inhale. And falling towards the spine as you exhale. Let the breath moving the body be your point of focus. And when you're ready, bending in the left leg, release the right. Let's change sides. Next inhalation, bending the right knee, releasing the left. Either taking a moment with both knees bent, or if it feels okay for your back, straighten and relax the legs. Arms can stay next to the body or even above the head. And again, catch the mind when it wanders. Catch it with a smile, no judgment. Awareness coming back to the body, moving with the ebb and flow of the breath. And let's bend in both knees if the legs are straight. Float the arms down. Picking up the heels and the hips. Remove your prop and lower down one vertebrae at a time. When you touch down, either take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall into touch. Lower back to relax. Or feel free to take the knees in the hands and rock side to side. When you're ready, both feet to the floor, knees are bent, and coming into reclined pigeon, straighten your right leg, place your right heel on the left knee. Now, depending on what's going on with your hips and knees, this might be enough for some. If you want to go a little deeper, you can always place a block underneath the left foot, or you can take a hold of the left leg. Now, if you're straining in the neck and shoulders, you can always place your block or your towel underneath the head. So when you're ready, taking the reclined pigeon of your choice, relaxing the jaw, and taking a spacious breath into the outer right hip. And with your next exhalation, lower left foot down to the mat. Remove the props if you have them. Maintaining the shape in the legs, bring your legs over to the left. So sole of the right foot to the floor, and if it doesn't quite reach, place your block underneath for support. Use your left hand to either press the right thigh away, or if you can reach the ankle, you can hold the ankle. Right arm is out to the side or above the head. Try to relax the lower body, the left leg especially. Taking one more breath here. And then as you exhale, let's roll onto your left side. You can prop your head up with your arm. Place your block or your prop underneath the right knee. Awareness coming to the left leg now. Begin to rotate that leg so the heel points up to the ceiling and the front of the thigh down towards the mat. When you're ready, you can bend the knee and take a hold of the foot. If you can't reach the foot, you can always use a strap or a belt. So it'll feel a little easier if you keep the head propped up. Otherwise, by all means, you can lower the head down to the bicep and just cradle the head with the hands. Allow that right shoulder to fall back. And begin to breathe down the left side of the body. Find a very subtle tuck of the tailbone. One more breath. As you exhale, releasing the foot and coming back onto your back. We'll take reclined pigeon on the left side. Left leg to straighten, take the ankle to the right knee. So again, feel free to stay here, place a block under the right foot or a block under the head. Option to take a hold of the right leg. And begin to create space in the body with your breath, not with how or where you place the body, and certainly no force. One more breath here. Exhaling to release the right leg if you have it. Coming into our ITB stretch, taking your left foot over to the right, sole of the foot to the floor or the block. Use your right hand to push the leg away or hold onto the ankle. Left arm out to the side or above the head. And if you've comfortably got a hold of that ankle, you could always start to roll to the outside edge of the left foot, even lifting the big toe off the floor. One more breath. And then as you exhale, let's roll onto the right side. Use your block underneath the left knee, propping your head up. Awareness to the right leg, looking for that rotation. Heel points to the ceiling. Then bend the knee. Take a hold of the foot. Either keeping the head propped up or cradle the head and lower down. One more breath. Releasing the foot as you exhale. Take a moment in the fetal position. Both knees can bend. You can round the back. And pushing up to seated. So from here, straighten your right leg. Let's bring our awareness into our hamstrings now. Bending the left leg. Now, if this knee or hip needs support, prop up that leg. I'd encourage you all to just have a little bend in the right knee. So you might even place your block or your rolled up towel underneath that right knee. And when you're ready, folding forward. So if you've got enough props close by that you can support the head, please do so. Allowing the back to round. And if you're finding that you don't have much movement to come forward, you could always place a chair in front of the body instead and rest your forehead on the chair. Feel free to turn those palms to face the ceiling as you soften and surrender into the pose. Begin to notice the back side of the body moving with the ebb and flow of the breath. Feel the body rise on the inhalation. A moment to pause before you exhale. And your next inhalation coming all the way up. Take the hands behind you, just bending in the knees, and briefly take those knees from side to side. When you're ready, we'll change sides. So left leg will straighten, bend the right knee. Feel free to prop up that right knee if you need to. Again, I'd encourage you to have a little bend in this left knee, folding forward when you're ready. Next inhalation, lifting up out of the pose. Moving props to the side. Let's come all the way down onto the forearms. Take those knees from side to side. When you're ready, coming all the way down onto your back. Bending in both knees. We'll finish with a twist. Take the hips gently to the left. Left leg crossing over the right and knees coming down to the right. Feel free to prop your legs with your block. Make a T-shape with your arms. Unless there's discomfort in your shoulder, then bring that arm down next to the body. And either keeping the head neutral, or if it feels okay for your neck, move the back of the head to the right, turn the head to the left. And begin to notice the lower body expanding as you inhale. Lower belly, lower back. And a moment to pause before you exhale. Next inhalation, coming back to center. Uncrossing the legs, moving the hips a touch to the right. Right leg over the left. If you find that this twist is too intense on your hips, you can always uncross the legs and just place the block in between the thighs. And again, if it feels okay for your neck, move the back of the head a touch to the left and then turning the head to the right. And with your next inhalation, bring those legs back to center, uncrossing the legs. So if you have your rolled up towel, or even if you've got two blocks, placing them underneath the tops of the hamstrings. So bottom is still on the floor, but the blocks are up quite high. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Tuck the shoulders under. Feel free to connect index finger and thumbs for chin mudra. As the eyes close down, relaxing the forehead, the tongue and jaw. So taking this time to just be. And I'll leave you here, yogis. Please take as long as you need. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If so, please subscribe to the channel. Have a lovely day. Namaste.